Hi, today on Enso Homestead, we're making this wooden blanket rack. First thing you gotta do is cut them 6 foot to length. The next thing you wanna do is cut 2 sets of rods at 19 inches. Depending on how many rungs you use, you may have an extra, but you want to mark starting from the bottom at 18, 30, 42, 54, and 66, and that'll give you an even kind of distribution of rungs. The next thing you want to do is drill a countersink hole for the rungs. I'm using a Forstner bit. It's a 1-inch Forstner bit, and you want to drill down about a ½ inch, which is about the top of the shelf of the blade, so it works out pretty good. Alright, if you want this to lay flat against the wall, just lay it against the wall and figure out how far away you want, and you can use a paint stick to just match the wall and just draw that chamfer line. And then when you cut it, it'll lay flat against the wall. I decided to go with a little less aggressive chamfer just to give it some more purchase on the wood. So if you want the measurements that I used, I went over 1 inch and then down about 2.5 inches. And that just gave me this little sliver that I can take out. Once you're happy with the angle and you marked it on both legs, then you just gotta zip off the corner. If you want to add some additional strength to the rungs of the ladder, I'm going to be using these number 8 2.5-inch screws. To do that, I'm going to drill a pilot hole using a 7/64 bit. We start going this way first. Now that the leg is in place, you can go back through the hole you just drilled. Drill a pilot in the leg. Next, I use a 3/8-inch bit to make a hole big enough to put some of these little 3/8-inch wood plugs. Now we just drive the screws in. All right. Next, we just put a little wood glue in the hole and take one of these plugs and tap it in. After sanding it with like 220 or 240 grit and getting it nice and sanded, wiping it clean with a damp rag, I like to put on a pre-stain conditioner. This is the key to getting a consistent stain that doesn't look all blotchy. So we put a little bit on, wait a little bit, and wipe it off. And it's also good to paint a little bit on a scrap piece as well, so that you can test your stain without having to test it on the piece that you're building. For the color stain, I went with mostly this provincial wood stain, but then I did put a splash of this aged barrel to give me kind of this a little bit of a brown with a hint of gray to it. So you can kind of see this is the gray by itself, that's the brown by itself, this is the combination. I think it gives kind of a weathered brown. Well, we'll see how it goes. Here's the first coat. Here's the finished product.